Audio check. Audio check. Probably switch down my avatar. Squish. That is a good size. Right up to the energy bar. Lock.
I expected you.
Hello, one person. Either say hi in chat or yell at me if I have audio issues. Pretty please. Please and thank you. Hey, Seth. So, how's your day been? Yeah, pretty okay. Most productive I've been is I did my dishes. So exciting. I really should rake the leaves, but I'm gonna let the day warm up and let them dry out. It was rainy yesterday. Other than that, I'm just grinding out Crucible and Grim Dawn. I like Odyssey for the speech freedom bit. I know that's overplay between Odyssey and Rumble. I'll give it that. However, there does not seem to be, as far as I can tell, a latency setting on the site side of things. Like on Twitch and YouTube, I can set it to ultra low frequency, ultra low latency, which means I don't have 20 to 60 second lag like I did my first couple streams. So since I can't actually change that setting on Odyssey for the life of me, because I swear it doesn't exist no matter how many FAQs or videos or menus I see, it just doesn't exist. Discord notification? I don't think so. I don't got streamer mode or anything, but I got all my I got all the sound bits. I got all the sound notifications turned off on Discord, so you shouldn't be hearing anything on my end.
Don't let go.
Maybe we have Pavlovian responses to just listening to other people's Discord calls and notifications on streams. I saw a third person for a second there on concurrent viewers. I'm kind of curious about the number of people who show up, because I did a stream late last night and then early morning a few days ago and stuff, and I had like no engagement. Much like Proctor, I'm kind of wondering what's a good time to stream. I'm pretty much piggybacking off of his poll that he did on that what's a good time to stream thread that he made and stuff. And since since people want him to do 5 p.m., I figure I would just snipe him for the second best times, which would be like either noon or 3 beforehand. It's kind of maybe my guess that would be good for me, at least until I get back to work. Say what you want about my methodology, but I will use the resources available to me, whether that's Proctor running a forum-wide poll for time to stream, or raiding Kershey's stream suggestion channel for news articles. Yeah, that's kind of my thing too. Yeah, like I don't want to, like you have like the holy trinity of people are going to watch either Pippa, Kersha, or Josh on Mad at the Internet, and I do legitimately want to watch Proctor and or Crash's stream anytime he brings me on. So I kind of want to leave that open too. So I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Oh, wave's done. What am I doing? I don't know how much Proctor wants to make this a thing. Like, for me, this was mostly a shitpost / curiosity. It's like, ooh, I want to see how the sausage is made. It's like, can't be that hard. And really, at the end of the day, it isn't hard, but there's teething issues because there's honestly no one guide to get things up and running. And then I'll do stupid things like not check to make sure my microphone is detected as an audio source, like what I did the other day where I went 20 minutes with that silence in my previous live stream. But thankful for that, I just update my text note checklist of things to do when streaming, which is a nice learning process.
That looked painful.
Actually, I had me an idea. Gonna run me a poll. I haven't actually made one of these yet. Poll. Question. Stream. Stream. I can spell. Stream. Time. Time. I can type. Stream time. Add option. Is there a remove option? Let's see. 12. Yeah, just say noon. Noon EST. Let's see. I seem to average going around 2 hours, so noon. Say maybe like 2 and 3. I can have 4 options. So noon, 1 EST, 2 EST, Add option 3 EST. And that would be the most I could probably do. Hey, I made my first ball. I would ask how that local sports team is, but I think everyone's kind of interested into the current phase of World War III, which I will die on the hill of that we're actually in. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm not really taking this whole seriously, so I'm not really looking to make this a thing. Oh shit! Yeah. I'm not really looking to make this a thing. So, left to my own devices, I would just stream whenever. But I much like Proctor's poll, I'd like to see what people who are interested to watch me, what time would be like the common consensus would be good for, you guys. Oh shit, someone voted for 3.
Crucible claims watching you squirm was enjoyable, I admit.
Ooh, I can spend tributes. I forgot about that mechanic.
Greetings and welcome to...
I thought it just occurred to me. The higher difficulty this gets, the more I'm going to get serious about it. And I'm kind of like Jim, in that the gamer words just flow. So I'm playing with fire right now. Dirty old boomer gets canceled on YouTube by saying gamer words playing video games. Many such cases.
I haven't seen such a sad display since Uzuin's betrayal.
You should talk to me, Luckner. I'm seeing 4 concurrent viewers right now. The other 2 who aren't Seth or Uber. Would you kindly speak up, because I'm just curious. I'm a curious soul. Oh yeah, that's a thing now. You can't call out the feds by their 1950s moniker anymore. Actually, my danger word, bar none, is exceptional with a capital R. Because that was just the vernacular of the 90s. That's my usual go-to slur. But given how my sister has downs, I tended to get a beating from my parents anytime I did. Yeah, just get to the next wave. I don't know. My mentality is that, again, coming back to the point of I don't want to make. I'm not planning to make this a thing. It's not like I'm going to be going for the game meta or anything. So I'm just going to be playing whatever I tend to play, which is usually a cycle of either Grim Dawn, Minecraft, Magic Arena, Heroes 3, Terraria, and honestly, that's all I ever play on my computer anymore. It's just I cycle through those handful of games. Pretty much the long and short of it is that if it's not on GOG, I really don't care as far as games go these days. Like, I have a mountain of like DS and 3DS games just sitting in my little console bag, and it's just like I don't have the energy or care. I just like I just want to vegetate in front of the computer listening to streams, or in this case right now just shit talking into the ether. Not gonna lie, I probably would be playing Minecraft right now, but my base nether portal, it opens right beside a blaze spawner, which is nice because it'll be nice and convenient. But the fact of the matter is, to secure the spot and build up the blaze farm is kind of kicking my ass. So I got frustrated. So I've been just playing Grim Dawn last week. So I'll probably go back to Minecraft later on. Just because I'm not going to let that stupid game beat me. I am not a rager gamer, not particularly. Like, for example, when I just died a few waves back, I got frustrated. But unless I chain it back to back, I won't get too angry. I know everyone's playing the watermelon game right now, but I am in no mood to buy new games or play new games, honestly. The only new game I'm going to be buying on the horizon will be the expansion for this game that's going to come out sometime next year. That's honestly about it.
You are as fearless.
Actually, truth be told, I don't think I've seen any previews or anything for Watermelon game. Do 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 do. Watermelon game trailer. Switch. Switch. Game. Yada yada yada. So what is it? Like cookie cutter? What is it? Fucking cookie cutter with fruit? Or oh, it's a puzzle game. Okay. I don't see why this would be a rage game. I'm honestly, the more I think about it, I'm trying to go through my mental Rolodex of what the last real puzzle game I played. And honestly, I don't play as many puzzle games as I used to. Like, when I was a kid, I played Dr. Mario to death. But other than that, I usually just play Bejeweled and Bejeweled clones. Like, there's an Android game called Jewels, and there's a Jewels 2, and that's literally verbatim a Bejeweled clone, and I got that on my phone. That's pretty much the only puzzle game I play. Even then, I can't remember the last time I played it. Like, I don't do gacha games. The closest to gacha games I'll play will be either Magic Arena, or when the stars align, I'll play Pokemon Online, but I haven't touched that in forever. Not since the update. Alright, take care, Uber. Thanks for showing up and piping up. I like the feedback. The cut of your jib. The more I think about it, I could probably do like a phone capture and play blues. Be another game I could play. Actually, I'm gonna run an experiment. No. It's on my phone, see how bad it would be for privacy. See whether or not my name or anything will pop up. That would be a bad.
An impressive display.
Curious. Let's edit the chat box a bit. See if I can squish. screen. I'm never satisfied with the layout of things. I'm always tweaking. Huge. Small. Transform. Yeah, transformation. Wish it would go higher. It seems to want to cut off there in the middle. Hey Seth, if you don't mind doxing yourself, what holiday do you have off work today for?
If you're anything to go by, your world is doomed.
Action of Grace. Is that? Oh, damn it! I died again. I take it as a religious holiday. Sounds like it would be. Ah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It is that time this year. I just actually had to look at my calendar. The Canadian Thanksgiving is this week, I think. I haven't really followed holidays in a while. Yeah, I think Canadian Thanksgiving is this week sometime. All right, it's gonna bug me now. Canadian Thanksgiving. Bullshit. It is today. Okay, I didn't realize today's Canadian Thanksgiving. Oh my god. Shows you how much I leave the house. Well, thankfully I didn't want to go. Thankfully, I have no reason to go to the grocery store, or else I would have gotten a surprise. Like, why is everything closed? Herp derp. Though I'm not gonna lie, that would have not been the first time I've gone out on a holiday and wonder why is everything closed. Durr. Oh yeah. When I had my last job, I would sometimes do overtime on a holiday. But on the holidays where I took off, I'd be like I would forget to turn off my alarm, and then my alarm would go off, and I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta get to work, and then I'd be like, wait a minute, I took today off. It's like, motherfucker, had a heart attack for nothing.
Crucible, watching you squirm was enjoyable.
Checkpoint 15 tributes.
Greetings.
It just dawned on me that my Thanksgiving dinner this year was leftover hamburger helper from last night. Truly a good way to celebrate the holiday. Yeah, I've been living the neat life since I got laid off from my last job, but I still kept a morning alarm just so that my circadian rhythm isn't totally out of whack. I promised myself I would look for work today, but hey, it's a holiday. You know what? I'll wait till tomorrow. That's what I've been saying for the last couple of years at this point. I'll look for work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a geologist. Pretty much how the story goes is that in 2020, when Rona made the rounds, unfortunately, at the same time, we closed down a bunch of other properties in the area, so we had a surplus of personnel, not just geologists, like miners, tech, engineers, and stuff like across the board. We had a surplus of people, and I was part of the haircut. Because at my last job, I was there for over 10 years, so I was making good money. But, a haircut, you get rid of the expensive redundancies, and I was an expensive redundancy at the time. And since then, I just went with my severance package, EI, and savings, and I've been just living a neat life. Don't get me wrong, it's been a fun little vacation, but funds can't last forever. If nothing else, this has been a good test for what I can afford and how my retirement's going to be. Honestly, the way things are going, I'll probably just be working until I die.
I do hope you're just warming up.
As of late, I've run a what if scenario in my head. A what if I didn't get laid off in 2020, would I have gone all in on this VTuber thing? Because I started watching VTubers at the tail end of 2019. I would have really taken off if I had all the free time that I've had. It's just a weird thing to think about. This is true. I know some of the original guys from the Homeland thread are effectively been out for a while, as far as VTubers and stuff. Hey Seth, if you don't feel like typing and you don't mind your voice being doxed, I can post my Discord link and you can come in, join me on voice chat if you want. Offers there. Yeah, that's fine. I like to make the offer anytime I'm streaming and anyone's on, because I find I mentioned this on Proctor's thing. I, as I have been doing this, I've noticed the best way to get effectively content is for chat to treat the streamer as chat GPT and feed the streamer prompts. And I know me personally, I can't stand typing more often than not. So I'm like, hey, you just want to jump in voice chat and shoot shit. So far, I've only had one taker, and that was Pipkun when I did my one Odyssey stream. That was pretty fun. I wouldn't mind doing so again. I don't know. As far as podcast goes, I'm effectively Proctor's co-host at this point. That was never an intention, but it seems to be just how things are working out now. Honestly, there is one person I've been trying to rope into doing like at least a stream podcast, and that'd be Sopmod Senior, because I chat with him. And we're both of a similar mindset, and I'm sure we'd probably make for interesting podcast discussion. But he's kind of busy, so I don't push it too much. He said that he'd be down if he ever has the time or energy to do so. Of course, the Holy Grail will be trying to get WikiDog on for a podcast, but he's adamant about not doxing his voice. Yeah, Sopmod is from Homeland and TVA. It's just he's busy. He's busy with work and personal stuff, so he doesn't shitpost as much as he used to. But I'm in a group chat with him for Pippa live streams. Yeah, and as far as doing a podcast with Sopmod, I have a thumbnail ready to go. Anytime he says yes, I'll be like, all right, ready to go, done. Just gotta wait for him to pull the trigger. More waves to go. Cap out this difficulty level. Let's see. Where's my windows? Window. My pictures. Avatar. Transform. Fit the screen. This is my working title right now is Old Man Rambling Podcast, because honestly that's what it would be. All we would probably do would be ramble about, like, military shit, anime shit, game shit. Because honestly, like, my dream podcast would be me, a couple of my personal friends, Sopmod, Remlays from 40K Theories, and Guru Larry from Guru Larry, because we're all old farts who are adamant about the late '80s, early '90s being the best time to be a kid, and we all would just be going back and forth and ruminating about the good days. I say the good days. It's like, yeah, I remember watching the Berlin Wall fall, the end of communism, while we were playing with our Transformers. Good times. It'd be stupid shit like that. Thumbnail. Remove. Yes. Grim done. Unpause. Actually, I've been spending the odd hour here and there making just random thumbnails of stuff I'd like to do and just have at the ready. It's kind of funny that making shit post shoops in GIMP over the years with VTubers and stuff, and then just having all this AV equipment for teleconferencing for friends and family and stuff, and me initially using OBS to VCR record streams and stuff. It's kind of like all the pieces were in place for me to stream, and I've been the thought was always in the back of my mind of, like, I have all the capabilities to stream. Why don't I just fucking stream? And then I see Proctor do it, and I'm like, oh shit. Well, I gotta do something now. I'm not gonna let this Brit Bong, win the imaginary race, as it were. It's like, he may have gotten the stream ahead of me, but I got my PNG tuber out before he did, so I got that. And actually, I play games on stream before him too, so Yeah, honestly, if I ever get Sop on, we're probably going to ruminate about the old internet, because my thing with the internet, I've been on the internet like since forever, but I've only started posting, like, when did I'm kind of curious, like, I've always lurked on forums, but I've never actually posted on forums until the farms. And I only made my account on the farms, if it'll load. Let's see. Godzilla 1984. I made my Kiwi Farms account in May 14th. What was happening around then? That was after, if I remember right, 2018 was after Gamergate. Or was it? Gamergate. Gamergate was in 2014. Okay. So what was going on? Oh, I remember now. So I remember that The Weeb Wars. Yeah, I made a Kiwi Farms account because of the Weeb Wars with Vic Mignogna and Rockets and that. I got in on that pretty early because I think I remember my friend at work told me about, hey, if you want to keep up with that, this forum has a thread on it, and I was like, oh, I've heard Kiwi Farms before. Fuck it, I'll make an account, and I've been on there since. But I didn't really take off for posting until coronavirus because I made the geology like mine closure posts on the Corona mega thread. But after that, around the same time, is when the VTuber thread took off, and I've been shitposting on there since. Yes, going through my mental Rolodex. Yeah, that is the timeline of events. So I haven't actually started posting on the internet until like 2018 ish, and even then, it didn't really take off until around 2020. Ah, the memories. The halcyon days of 2020. What got me into VTubers? I got into VTubers maybe like a couple of months before HoloLive EN took off because I saw the Corone Ekumbokum. It was Corone, specifically Corone's Ekumbokum meme that was making the rounds that got me interested in VTubers, and I started watching her. And then there was only a couple of EN VTubers at the time. I think I watched Hannah Makia at the time, but then HoloLive EN took off, and then I watched them for a bit. But then along came FaZe. So when Pippa took off, and then I started watching her circle of friends, and that's kind of been my holding pattern since. So the chain was Corone, Hannah, I would say mostly Gura, and then Pippa. And now I'm mostly paying attention to Kershaw. Like I'll watch all of Pippa's streams and stuff, and I'm kind of a little more invested in Kershaw because she's kind of more on my wavelength. With Kershaw, she's a small indie VTuber, so she wouldn't get nearly bonked as much as Pippa does with Fishman for what she would want to talk about, so that's kind of a little plus. $40 more levels to go. I don't know, Seth. What got you into VTubers? What was your chain of command for this rabbit hole?
I haven't seen such a sad display since Uzuen's betrayal.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I think the first Miko clip I saw was her arc one. The obligatory clip we play every time we have to reset the thread. That's like the first clip is her little arc boat, her little boat singing. But yeah, her Niga clip is funny because that kind of started the meme of that there for non-English VTubers to say that line. Yeah, that's neat. I watched all the console debuts, but at that point I was kind of out of Hololive. Like I'll watch the odd clips still, but at that point I was more invested into Phase and a handful of Pippa's indie friends. That would make sense too. Yeah, working that much time. I like when I was at my last work. I did try to listen to podcasts and streams while at work, but the problem is I was one of the senior geos. Well, actually, a senior geo is actually a title position that I had never got, but I was effectively one for having to train up people and manage helpers and stuff. So I just always had to have one ear open to help people with, so I just couldn't focus on my work and listen to a stream at the same time. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to, but I just couldn't, which sucks. Because I could do work on my own and listen to streams for like 12 to 14 hours easy, no problem and stuff. But having to manage people and stuff, that just puts the kibosh in that. Well, now here's the thing. I'm not kidding. I didn't have any job title other than either exploration or production geologist, like my work and stuff. But I was actually one of the higher paid geologists in my department, which is why I got laid off when they were curbing redundancies, because I was making like 90K a year. Like $90,000 a year. That's nothing to sneeze at. So I don't mind making that kind of money and not having a job title. I don't give a shit about titles. I really don't. Just pay me to do the work, and I'm happy. Oh, there you are. New habitual line crosser. Please be a green screen. Yes. Green screen video. Hooray. Just pausing gameplay because... Nope, not that. Yeah, take care, Seth. Have a good one. Mech, so why did I go with the whole Godzilla naming thing? Mm, I like Godzilla. Simple as. I like Godzilla. Simple as.
China, did you happen to have one of your own submarines get caught in its own net? What? No way. Hey, whoever's in the Taiwan Strait, turn on your sonar. I gotta hear this.
Hello? Can anyone out there hear me? Hello? Uh-oh, that no good.
China, is that you?
100% not me. Wait. Who asking?
So let me get this straight. You place a trap for submarines for the United States and me, and you get stuck in your own trap. Holy shit, Canada, how many times have we gone through the Taiwan Strait and never ran into this? As much as I want to be excited there, but I'm still dealing with these hosers over there in India. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I thought that was an American talking. Oh, you did not just go there. How about you clean the fucking Ganges there, Captain Staph Infection? Very well, I'm gonna try and get to the bottom of this situation. So, Taiwan, did you just have your first submarine, or is this China we're talking about?
Oh, 100% not the Great China. Definitely the Taiwan. They can't even afford a submarine, you know? Oh, now we're a country? It's not us, America.
I love this guy. I gotta. Okay, so I'm gonna post this guy's channel in chat. Let's see. Yeah, just chat. Let's see. Copy. Go to stream chat. Paste. Yeah, I like habitual line crosser. Like his educational videos on rocketry are interesting stuff, but of course everyone watches him for his green screen videos. Because that shit is just funny. That shit is just pure comedy. Fuck. Oh god, that was a good one. Turn off Firefox. As I turn off Firefox. There we go. So, Mech, what brings you to these parts? And just for the record, I don't spreadsheet keep track of everyone, what their names are on different sites or forums and stuff. I'm not the PIPA. I don't keep the spreadsheet of who's who. Back reading from page 687. Good luck with that. I like some of the mega threads on the farms. I've given up trying to keep up on. I'll just pop in anytime something's popping off. What am I doing? Yeah, getting items. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, when it comes to like farms culture, I've never really been big into specifically lolcows. I've been kind of more of like an events and happenings guy. Not enough to post in the Thunderdome or anything, but just like read current events and like I follow the Weeb Wars and stuff, and like Gamergate back when that was a thing and stuff. Kind of just fell into VTubers with when like the Rona hit. And even then, as far as the VTuber community thread on the farms, I don't really go there too much because there's a couple of guys there that hate my guts for some reason, and they just give me shit anytime I show up. So I just stop bothering and let them have their little circle jerk. Oops. Yeah. Ever since the virtual asylum started, I noticed that the engagement for like new names and new people and stuff and just general volume has increased more than the mega thread on the farms ever did. And I understand the logic for a lot of people is that, the stigma of posting on the farms or saying you're from the farms. But the virtual asylum being its own thing, that's a little easier pill for most people to swallow. To which I understand. I don't really subscribe to it, but I understand. I mean, shit, I've been on the internet since the 90s and stuff, but the farms was the first forum I actually registered for. Like, I lurked on something awful before that went to shit. I totally skipped out on 4chans. And, Virtual Asylum's only my second forum I ever registered to. That works. I don't know. Honestly, truth be told, the reason why I first made an account on the farms was just so that I could log in and have the login keep track of what pages I've read. Honestly, the initial reason to have an account was just to keep track of what I've read, and not post. Posting came later. As silly as that sounds. But I get you. Nah, I used to do that ages ago, but I've had some really hard browser crashes, and I would lose my place in the page, and that happened one too many times in quick succession one time, and I just said fuck it. I need a better way to keep track. Yeah, going through my mental Rolodex, I think specifically it was the Corona mega thread back. Yeah, yeah, it was the Corona mega thread. I lost my place one too many times. Specifically. I mean, just keep that. Yeah, that thread was pretty fast back in the day. Actually, I think that might have been my first post. Was making a news post of what mines were closed for Corona at the time. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was my first post on the farms. Yeah.
The crucible claims
I am an ARPG fan. However, they are all owned by Tencent, which I refuse to deal business with. So pretty much Grim Dawn is a good ARPG in and of itself. However, I mostly play it because it is the last man standing that isn't owned by Tencent. Specifically.
the crucible claim. Watching you squirm was greetings and welcome to my crucible.
Oh, I gave up on Blizzard a long time ago. Fuck. I think the last WoW expansion I played was Warlords of Draenor, and I think I played Wings of Liberty for StarCraft 2, and at that point I was like, I'm done. I'm just done. But then the geopolitical politics of Tencent became more prevalent as time went on, so my giving up on Blizzard became more and more justified as the years went on. I miss old Blizzard. I grew up on old Blizzard during the 90s and the early 2000s. That was like that was my peak computer gaming time. Like, and don't get me wrong, like for example, Path of Exile is a fun game. It is my favorite ARPG in and of itself. However, I forget what year this was. This was actually quite a few years ago. But Tencent was a minority stakeholder for grinding gear games. And when it became a majority, that is 51% stakeholder for grinding gear games, literally that day, I shit you not, I was there. The day that Tencent became 51% shareholder of Grinding Gear Games was on the anniversary of the Tiananmen Square massacre, and anyone who mentioned it in global chat got an account ban. And after everything was said and done, they updated their terms of service to say you can't post that anymore, and it was very blatant what happened. And at that point, I closed my Path to Exile accounts, and I never looked back. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, but oh yeah, no, there's a video game thread on the Asylum, and I made a post about it. But yeah, it did happen. So yeah, I was there when Path of Exile died effectively, and that was grade A bullshit because they were banning left, right, and center in global chat. And don't even get me started on the forums. No. Well, I don't know about Gearbox, but Grinding Gear Games, the creator of Path of Exile, they've been majority shareholder for a while now. But I was there when it went over to 51%, and that was grade A bullshit. Like global chat forums and stuff. There was so many bans. Oh my god, there was so many bans. I wish I had the foresight to have done screen caps and archives and stuff, because it was wild. I saw that. I stayed up late that night, and I was a mess for work the next day. But I stayed up late that night just watching the whole thing burn down. It was Yeah, like that whole night was just a wild trip. I'll never forget it. It was so wild. Which really burns me because Path of Exile is a damn good ARPG. Like I like their I like their skill tree, and I like the spell mechanic, and then it's effectively materia from Final Fantasy VII. Like how can you go wrong? That was peak game mechanics. I love it, but after what happened with Tencent stuff, I tapped out, and then effectively when I gave up Path of Exile, I effectively said did a Google search of ARPG not owned by Tencent, and Grim Dawn came up in my search, and I've been playing it ever since.
Only the mightiest.
And fun thing with Grim Dawn, there's going to be a patch, quality of life patch at the end of this quarter. Well, it's in public test realm right now, and there's going to be a new expansion next year. So hey, the game's still alive. It's great. My history with Diablo is that I did not exactly play Diablo 1. I played it on the PlayStation version with my friend. We both played Diablo 2 to death, and I didn't play Diablo 3, and I'm definitely not playing Diablo 4 because again, Blizzard's dead to me. So my main bag with Diablo is, Diablo is how I discovered the ARPGs, and the Diablo clone style like the isometric top-down ARPGs are my favorite and stuff. And I play Diablo 2 like to death. Of course, they're not going to see one blood penny from me to play the remastered Diablo 2. Fuck that noise. I still got my CDs. I'll get an external CD drive and play it if I have to.
I haven't seen such a sad display since Unzuet's betrayal. Before you are my final.
Yeah, like I didn't play Diablo 3, but I did follow all the news with it. You know, like the auction house snafu, the server issues, and like a couple of my friends played and stuff, and they had okay experience with it and stuff, but it wasn't enough for me to uh, go back to it. So it's just like, nah, I'm done. Oh, come the fuck on. Grab some. There it is. You know, like playing Diablo 4 right now just to play with friends, I can understand that. You know, it's like any kind. Honestly, you can almost say that about any game right now. It's like I'm just playing it to hang out with my friends. It's like, you know, that's always a fair assessment. I won't ever give anyone shit for that.
I haven't seen such a sad display since Uzui's betrayal.
Well, funny you say that. Like, it's almost kind of at a point right now. It's like good luck finding a single player game, or more specifically, a single player game where you don't have to go for online connectivity to check your copy and shit. Thank you, Denuvo. And I've always been a single player person. I've only, like, probably the most multiplayer I ever played was my WoW years, and that was about it. Even back in the Diablo 2 days, it was less playing on Battle.net and more like me and my friends playing single player TCIP. Twenty more waves to go. Yeah, when I was still in high school, we only had dial-up, so I could only play like in the evenings when my mom went to sleep. I don't miss those days. It wasn't even a full 56K modem; it was a 28K modem. Those are dark days. Yep, 28.8K, not 56, 28.8. And actually, the high-speed internet where my parents are at, I think it caps out like the mandated 5 megabytes. Because like the Canadian federal government put out a mandate for 5 megabyte broadband speed, and I'm pretty sure it's law now that all carriers you have to enable 5 megabyte per second download speeds. But even then, 5 megabytes is like nothing. Yep. Well, you have to remember Canada is not like the United States or like Korea or Japan and stuff. It's like low population and high land area, so it's going to be shit even if you get it, and whatever you get, it's going to be slow and expensive. That's just the nature of the beast. It's just pure economics. It sucks, but I get it. Thankfully, I'm still me personally right now, I'm rural, but it is rural with decent broadband. So me personally, I'm fine. Like I was kind of worried that streaming would kind of nuke me and stuff, but I've had no issues, and the only issues I had was just actually setting it up properly for latency and stuff. And once I got all that figured out, it works just fine.
That was right. Humans always legend.
Although I wish YouTube would remember my settings, because I have to set it manually every time. I'm not sure what you mean by up-down. Is there not be a setup for an up-dog? Oh, speeds! Speeds, right. What is my internet speed right now? Speed test. Speed test. Enable. Speed test. Speed test. Enable. Speed test. Go. Come on, speed test. Let's go speed test. Okay, so on paper, I'm paying around $100 a month for 1 gigabyte down. I think on my contract is like 15 up, and my speed test currently showing around 872 down and 14 up. So that's roughly on par for what I'm doing right now. So yeah, roughly a gig download and around 15 megabyte upload, which is not that bad. Oh yeah, it's pretty good, especially for what I'm doing.
You will go no further.
Actually, my bundle before had a landline, and once I got rid of the landline, it knocked off $100 because I was paying like a little over $200 just for a landline phone and my internet. So I got rid of the landline phone because I honestly I never used it. And my cell phone bill is only $50. So for all my telecommunications, I'm only paying $150 a month. I kept my landline for years just because for emergency purposes, because whenever there's an emergency, the cell phone network dies and you're only left with a landline thing. But quite honestly, for all my emergencies I would have up in my area and stuff, it wouldn't really serve me that well. Like up north here, the only thing is either snowed in for blizzard or a forest fire, and if it's a forest fire is bad enough, the town's getting evacuated. So me having a landline is not exactly going to help me, because the cops are going to come to my door saying the town's evacuating. Let's go.
Before you are mine.
So, if I save $100 a month, then fuck yeah. So that's what I've been doing for a while now. I kind of wish I canceled my landline sooner than later, but better late than never. That's not too bad. All my telecom things, I never had the TV as part of my package. It was always just like phone and internet. Because why pay for TV? I can't download TV. That's neat. There are some things I'm with you on that one. There are some things I'll just never understand. And the logic for prices for certain commodities or services, doesn't make sense to me. Oh my god, so much clutter. Okay, so this is not really expansion, it's kind of like an add-on mode. It's called the Crucible, and it's effectively an arena, waves, survive the waves kind of mode. I've pretty much capped out this character except for this mode. I'm currently on the medium difficulty for it, so once this wave is done, I will have maxed out this difficulty. And then maybe not, maybe today, maybe shit. Maybe not today. I'll do the next difficulty another time. So close. I just actually got to beat that. There are 3 difficulty levels. I forget exactly what they're called, but it's, like easy, normal, hard. As far as the main game goes, there's normal, epic, ultimate, and normal has a veteran mode, which is just a little marginally harder. And come the next, I don't know if it's next patch. No, the next expansion will have a hard mode for the ultimate difficulty, which will be pretty interesting. I do not like playing hardcore mode in games. I really don't. I have a very low patience threshold for roguelikes. Not really my thing. I like my persistent characters. I've never really been one for the pissing contest of skill. Never really been my jam. I just like having fun. It is. It's a really good Grim Dawn's a really good game for what it is. It has a very small development team out of Boston, and a good chunk of them are were the original developers of for Titan Quest. These are the guys that made Titan Quest, and actually the current game engine right now for Grim Dawn is a modified version of the Titan Quest engine that they've licensed out from the the holding company for Titan Quest. And what the company here, Crate Entertainment, what Crate Entertainment is doing right now is they'd have a town simulator game in early access on Steam called Furthest Frontier. And right now they're currently working on the game engine for RTS/ARPG, and that's going to be the game engine, their in-house game engine for Grim Dawn 2 eventually. Which I'm looking forward to. But in the meantime, we got the new patch by the end of this year, and then the expansion next year. I like them. They're good dudes. They have a Twitch. Yeah. So if you saw First Frontiers, that's by these guys. They have a Twitch. They have a Twitch channel. You just look up on Twitch. Actually, I can look it up. Twitch. Great Entertainment. Copy. Paste. Yeah, so Furthest Frontier is made by these guys. That's these guys. And they'll do the occasional Twitch stream for like early builds and previews and stuff. That's how I found out about the new patch and expansion for Grim Dawn. That was their last stream. Yeah, they're okay. They're okay streams. The guy who runs their streams is their lead developer / mod on their forums. He's okay, dude.
Watching you squirm was enjoyable, I admit.
No. I capped. Apparently, there's a cap for how many times you can restart from your last checkpoint. Fuck. Okay. Guess I'm gonna do that another time then. Ah well. Made it all the way to the end, and I choked. Oh, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. That's an hour and a half to 2 hours seems to be my go-to cap right now. So that's a good enough spot for me to call it. So thanks for dropping in and saying hi. This has been fun. Fun for me and hopefully fun for you. Everything I do is for my own amusement, and if other people get enjoyment out of it as well, that's a bonus. Yeah, take care. Peace.